All right, welcome everybody to our weekly Wellness Grove team meeting. I'm Gretchen Sang, one of the leaders of the team, and Jen, the other leader, is going to walk us through a presentation that I think will be helpful for you guys. It's nice to know our resources. It's nice to know our products and then, how to sell them. And I think if we can do little tidbits to help you guys know, and I think Jen's focus is going to be on the internals today, which kind of goes in line with what the last meeting was, where we were talking about, the importance of, we brought up auto ship. I think you talked about auto ships, and the perfect marriage are internals and auto ships because they're a 30-day supply and we haven't had issues with supply like we had in the past where we needed to stock up. So personally, I just have a few bottles left of each, and then that's going to be my auto ship as the monthly internals because I take them every day. So take it
All
away,
the
Jen.
time. Yeah, thank you. And like Gretchen said, I think this does go hand in hand with our auto ship and taking our internals. When I first started, internals wasn't even on my radar. The majority of us, I think, came here via skincare, and then we started dabbling in the internals. And what we've noticed, I would say, in about a year and a half, 2 years, so about a year and a half of people taking internals consistently, the results are undeniable, and we're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. So let me just go ahead and share my screen. I
Well, she's
am
sharing her screen. My hairdresser every time is like, your hair grows so fast. And I was just thinking, like, it is so long right now.
so long. Yeah. Well, and this actually is what got me thinking about doing a presentation on our internals, because I was at my hairdresser's and we are talking, and she's been wanting to purchase and join as a consultant. And then I just finally said, like, hey, it's great that you have a lot of skincare and you got hair products, but you could be selling our internals so easily with every single person that comes through your chair. And she's like, what internals are you talking
At the
about?
very minimum, the collagen.
She had no idea that our collagen was related to our products, like that was part of our line. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, wait, yeah, like this is why my hair is growing and why I come back for a color more often, because my hair grows out so fast. And she's like, she couldn't believe how, she's like, your hair's in another growth spurt and you can't see, it's all pulled back right now. I was at the dentist, so my face is all swollen too. I'm glad I can talk without like a little half
Well,
smile.
you just made me think I'm actually gonna go on my calendar right now, and bring my hairdress bottle of the collagen,
Oh, great
um,
idea.
the next time I go, because I'm like, you know what? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, being
So
able to get
as you
that out.
talk, I'm gonna find my next appointment on my calendar and bring a bottle of collagen.
Perfect. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and get in with the presentation here. Um, just let me get over to the present mode here and just kind of work through it. I'm not going to get in the hairs of a lot of this, but it's just going to be kind of like an open conversation and a start to a conversation. Okay, present. There we go. All right, awesome. Okay, so just like we said, we're talking about internals, a quick update, and some Q&A if we have any. And typically for Q&A, we stop the recording. So those of you that are watching the recording and you don't see it, it's because we usually stop it so we can actually get into the weeds of some questions. But okay, we're talking about earning breakdown. Last month we talked about some fast start bonuses and team growth bonus with LRP specifically. But today I kind of want to touch upon the retail commission bonus when we talk about selling internals, and I'll share here why. But before we do, this is in our wider teams new consultant workbook, and Danielle has decided to start teaching on creating one branch at a time. So basically, that's one pod at a time. It consists of 4 customers and 1 consultant that joins you with a $289 kit. But this is how you can break down your earnings over time. Okay. I'm not getting into the weeds of this, but I do just want to show you, you have 4 customers, 1 consultant, you're going to earn 242.30. You have 2 branches, you're going to earn 484.60. You have 3 branches, you're gonna earn $726.90. I'm just showing you this to show that there's other ways to earn money besides just retail commission, and that's what this is showing you. This also breaks it down, how many more branches you have, what your commission will be at the end, which is really nice, okay? Again, this is in the new consultant workbook. There's a PDF link on the Wild Grove Collective website. I'm sure we can link this afterwards, but this way you guys can go and kind of go through this breakdown again. There's a nice little diagram that shows you can write your customer's name and your consultant. Okay, I got my one branch. What's my second branch? And just continual growth this way is, I think if you're starting out, is a really nice way to look without getting super overwhelmed. But how do you specifically earn money by selling all the internals? I probably did this a little bit backwards. I probably should have talked about the internals and then talked about why you'd want to make money on the internals. But we're going to start here regardless because this is how I got it set up. Okay. If you sell one customer with all 4 internals, the olive oil, the IL-1, the I-66, which is your collagen and hydroxytyrosol, and the I-70, which is your beauty molecule. So it has the hyaluron plus the hydroxytyrosol. All 4 of those cost a customer, this is in US dollars, $262.80. You will earn 25% base commission on that. So you'll earn automatically every set that you have a customer purchase from you, $65.50. Now, there are ways for them to purchase 4 and get 1 additional product for free. We're not talking about that right here, but if you do have customers that are purchasing 4 consistently, then let's talk about that so they can get that 5th product for free. Doesn't affect your pay either. Okay, so scenario 2, you have 4 customers with the same purchase. You have $315.36 in commissions because you've reached that 30% threshold. In order to reach a 35% threshold, you need to have 12 customers, and then you'll earn $1,103.76 off those 12 customers ordering an IL-1, olive oil, I-66, and I-70. Okay. If your focus is only on internals and not the skincare to start with, or maybe you've been doing skincare, but a lot of your customers don't know about the internals, I would definitely suggest introducing the internals. And this is why. Okay, so this is not claims. I didn't put a disclaimer on here, probably should have, but this is just what I have personally seen, and Gretchen can go ahead and communicate back. But in the 1.5 years of my personal experience, as well as seeing other consultants, what we've seen the internals do: supports hydrated, firmer, plumper skin, 1000%. Protects elastin and collagen, minimizing the fine lines and dimples, strengthens your nails and hair, boost your hair growth and fullness. A lot of people you'll see, even though my hormones are all jacked up and testosterone, this is all new growth from using this. I used to have really bad receding hairline, and now it's grown back out. You'll see a lot more people sharing that. Danielle Hampton just shared one, and hers is down to here. Leah Fleming has one. If you go back in some of her reels, she has under hair that's all new growth from when she had her babies. So that's a real huge selling point for a lot of people. I think the key words right now is cellular health, and hydroxytyrosol does support that vitality and overall wellness. So that's easy words to share. Now, when you're talking to somebody, we have personal testimonies of decreased blood pressure, decreased cholesterol, blood sugar regulation, autoimmune antibodies decreasing, cancer markers. Now, this one you got to be super careful with, but cancer markers have decreased. And several different people I've talked to that go for regular scans, were told that they got to go back in for another scan because their markers are completely clear. With these specific claims, I would never put them on social media. I would have conversations and say, we have seen people that have had X. I have no idea if that's going to work for you. but try it. You don't know, right? It's like spaghetti against the wall. If it sticks, awesome. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I will say they'll always tell them to check with their doctor. Most people probably won't, but tell them to check with their doctor because it's a supplement like anything else. And I would also tell them to check with their doctor. Oh, and if they're on the only one contra in what is that word, Gretchen?
Contraindication.
Thank you, is blood thinners. If they're on blood thinners, the IL-1 may do the same thing as a blood thinner. So obviously then you're on two blood thinners. So just have them start with caution, obviously talking to the doctor. Blood pressure. If they're on blood pressure meds, the IL-1's probably going to reduce blood pressure. So they're going to have to monitor that. So having these open conversations, but at the same time, if you're a hairdresser or an esthetician and you're working in a salon, you probably don't know the background of an individual, nor do you need to get into the weeds of that. You just always need to say, hey, you know, these products may do X, Y, and Z, but always consult with your doctor. And then it also reduces joint pain and improves skin conditions like psoriasis with some internal pictures. We have a great internal board. I just realized I said great. I created the board, so that's why I'm laughing at myself. I'm like tooting my own horn here, but we have a board. I am personally taking it upon myself to try to increase the resources that we have on the education of the internals because it's like a light bulb just went off of how beneficial these internals are. Okay. So who should be sharing internals? Everybody, in my opinion, should be sharing. I think 9 out of 10 people need to be taking all of the internals, if not at least two of them plus the olive oil. I think IL-1 should be in everybody's household. We didn't even talk about the fact that it helps increase your immunity, right? Like it helps fight off if you're getting sick. It helps prep if you're going into surgery, but also you need to back off if priors for days. So it helps you recover afterwards. There's a lot that with the IL-1 that we didn't talk about, anti-parasitic, antibacterial, antiviral. Just search on PubMed and you'll find a whole bunch of resources on that. But everybody should be sharing about the internals. The IL-1, olive oil, everybody and their mother wants a good olive oil right now. Thank you, Instagram, for sending olive oil message wide. But are we talking about our olive oil? So make sure that olive oil, even if they're free gifts to people, right? We're coming into, it's hard to believe, but we are prepping for the holiday season. Olive oil is a great gift to give to people, teachers, friends, hostesses, birthday presents, anywhere you'd go that you're giving wine, give olive oil instead. But so internals, olive oil. And then I say, have them choose between I-66 or I-70, or maybe both to start with, and then they can choose, right? Never, I think one of the things and that people were educating on a lot the last 2 months is don't make the decision that products are too expensive or that people don't want that many products for your consult or for your customer. Your customers will listen to what you recommend, and I recommend them starting on all the internals. I also recommend in their first month to double up on the I-66 and I-70 so that they can see the results quicker versus waiting at least 3 months. A lot of people don't have the patience for that 3 months. You can give them the option, say, this is what we're going to do for 3 months. Or you can say, double up in the first month. You'll start to see the results quicker. And obviously you'd want about a month and a half of doubling up in 2 months. And that's what I did my first month. And I was blown away by my hair. All right. Yeah. So some other people we haven't really talked about, I think that has a huge advantage. Okay. Obviously, health practitioners, holistic nutritionists, people that are seeing clients one-on-one, people that muscle test, you can muscle test the IL-1 as part of your wellness routine. If anybody is on collagen, you should be recommending our I-66 because of the way that it works with the hydroxytyrosol. It is like nothing I have ever tried. I know Gretchen uses a million different collagens and it's like nothing she's ever used.
Mhm.
And I was having a conversation the other day with a consultant, and we were talking about the fact that, you know, I think people are used to collagen coming from cows. They're used to marine collagen. But as soon as you say that it comes from porcine, from the pigs, they're like, whoa. Like for some reason, they hold up a little bit. They're hesitant because it's something they're not used to. But if you think about it, when we're talking about animal transplants and the ones that they try to do within humans, they use pig organs because we're about 90% of a match as far as biochemistry down the line. So you think about that, you're like, well, that makes sense then why we're seeing such huge benefits with our I-66 and then the hydroxytyrosol itself being wrapped in. And those of you that are new, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, it's just hydroxytyrosol. It's a special antioxidant. Believe me, I was there, but it really is the magic sauce. And then the I-70 is really going to help plump up anybody that has that dull skin. So that Oliveda glow will really come into effect with that I-70. Anybody that's over 50 needs to be on both of those, in my opinion. Okay, so what I was saying, hairdressers, anybody that works at a med spa, injectors. Gretchen and I were talking at the beginning of this call, you guys have a huge benefit because you have people in seats talking to you about whatever, right? Hairdressers call it offering collagen is seamless because that goes hand in hand with offering whatever shampoo and conditioner, which we do have shampoo and conditioner, but just focus on the internals. Get your client loving the internals, and then they'll come back for other different products that we have to offer. But it got me thinking that as a hairdresser, you might not be comfortable recommending skincare to somebody and feel like you're upselling them all the time on different products. So this is something that's seamless. Like, hey, I got something that's going to help your health, like your hair health. And then you know that it's going to also do all these amazing other benefits, but you can leave it at that. People that work at med spas or that are injectors, you're talking about something that's going to go hand in hand with their skincare procedure that you just did, and it's going to help them get even better results. So you're just up leveling your service by having them start these products. And then the great thing is, once they have these products and they try them for 3 months, they're going to be sold. And then you're going to get them on auto ship and they're going to earn 10% off on these products. And then you're going to have that guaranteed income that you're not even going to have to think about because your customers are just utilizing these products as they continue. So, whew, I think that's all I have. Gretchen?
I think that's fantastic. Yes, I've been using collagen for a very long time, and this is the first one where I ever saw a difference in my nails. I've always had, like, genetically, I have good hair. I just do. I can't take credit for that. Obviously, I take care of it, but I've always had very thin fingernails, like very, very bendy. And I'd say it's probably about a month and a half into taking this collagen. I just added it in. I didn't quit the other collagens because I still love adding them to my coffee and all that. But my nails have gotten thicker and I can wear my nails long if I want to. I just kind of don't choose to because they get in the way, right? But I saw a significant difference, and that helps me know that they're actually doing that with my bones, with my joints, with my cartilage, so there's something different about this. And I don't claim to know every detail about every collagen type and all that. All I can say is proof is in the pudding, and my nails are great now. So.
Yeah, I think you just start looking, right? You see the success that you're personally having and then other consultants. And it's like, I'm always hesitant with supplements. I'm like, okay, let me try it first. Let me see. And like I said, I started Olive Tree People, and the internals was the furthest thing on my mind. I do muscle testing, if you know what muscle testing is. And many of my clients at the time when I was still seeing clients would muscle test for the IL-1, and it would knock out 3 other supplements, and then they would only need like maybe 1 other supplement. And so to me, that shows the power because typically there's only 1 other supplement I've ever seen work at that capacity. And So when that happens, there's something special about the product. And so much so, I got my whole family, including my dog, on the aisle one because I know what it does. So,
Yes, and I think the Iowa one is a great, whenever everybody's asking, what do I start with? I think it depends on what the concerns are. So that's where it can be helpful to look at the page that Jen made and to make sure you change the, the links to your
yeah,
links.
yeah.
But that can help someone read through the descriptions and then they can figure out what's good for them. But a really good starter for everyone is Iowa one. It's the least expensive.
Mm.
It is the most bitter, so just let them know sometimes good things for you don't taste great, but that's one that if anyone comes to me with acne, the number one product you put them on is actually not even a skincare product. It's IO1. So you can start working on that inflammation from the inside out. Again, you just have to be careful what you say on social media, but that's a key component of what should be their skincare regimen is the IO1. So that's a good starter. But if someone is very concerned with like, I've been losing my hair is thinning, my nails are, that my joints hurt, I would start them on the I60. And if someone's like, I just feel like I'm in menopause, my skin is so dry, that's where you go, okay, let's hydrate you from the inside out with the I70. I do think the ultimate combination is all of those. And then you add in the olive oil because you can have that on hand for cooking, for taking. My parents are like, okay, we want to take olive oil every day. So they take the I56, a shot of it every day because I think they saw in Reader's Digest that they should be taking olive oil. I'm like, great, then let's get you the best olive oil. So that was actually their Christmas present last year. I think I sent them 12 bottles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I have a customer who started with the I70 because her eyes were really dry, and just within 1 month, actually, she said within a week, her eyes weren't dry anymore, so she didn't
oh my
have to.
gosh, that makes me think of like Sjogren's. Someone has
Mhm.
Sjogren's.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can hydrate you from the inside out.
Yeah. Yep, yep. So I know I always forget about that testimony too. So that's a good one to have. We didn't talk about the internals, that LA dope. If you're in Canada, you don't have access to the LA dope, unfortunately, not yet. But here in the US, we do have an IL-1 compatible with the hemp in it, and the I-70, which is the beauty molecule, which is the hyaluron,
Yeah.
that with the hemp as well, that's compatible. So if people like a hemp product, just they can use the
I
LA
think
dope.
they're both great. I have like
Yeah.
rotated between them. I
Mhm.
definitely prefer the taste of the Oliveda, but I
I was
also
gonna
will take
say the
whatever's
taste
good for
is
me.
different. Yeah, is different with them. A lot of people will wonder how to take them. Thomas always says pour with love, and that's typically how I do a lot of my things anyway. So I just pour, but it's about 1 capful. The cap comes on the I-66 and I-70. So about 1 capful of each. I just mix them all together. 2 droppers of the IL-1. I sometimes mix in the olive oil. Sometimes I don't. If I have been cooking, or I know I'm going to be cooking a lot, or having
Mm.
salad with it. So I either take a shot of it, or I use it with cooking and
Well, another popular one for the olive oil is throwing it into your latte.
yeah, into your coffee. Yep. Yeah, and it tastes great. So and it adds that thickness. But I do think the value is in both. I had went down the rabbit hole too because I was like, well, if IL-1 is so concentrated in hydroxytyrosol and it's this amazing antioxidant, do I really need to be taking the olive oil as well?
Mhm,
And you do, because olive oil provides additional benefits than just the hydroxytyrosol,
mhm.
the different polyphenols. So you want to still continue to use the olive oil. So
Yeah.
which I think is super important. So just, on a end note with this, just know that people are coming to you, whether it's in seat at a holistic uh practice, or it's a med spa, or it's a hairdresser, or you're getting your brows done. They're coming to you as an expert. And if you authentically just tell them that you found something that's going to help elevate, you're adding value to them, and they already trust you, so they're going to want to give it a try. And I always love it on your side. The majority of you guys signed up because you saw that this is going to be beneficial for your clients. Now we just got to get you integrating it in with your clients. Okay.
Yeah.
And then on the last note, it gives you that stream of income when you're not actually in the salon or in the clinic seeing people one-on-one, which gets exhausting. We've all been there. All right. So just a quick update, early access to Olive Rose. This is the only time you're going to be able to get Olive Rose before the customer launch, probably in November, early November, maybe end of October. We haven't got an official launch for customers. But if you get early access, you get early access two ways. One, going to the convention. So every one of you that are joining us at convention will get access to purchase any of the Olive Rose that will be coming out, which is the blushes, the mascara, the lip, the concealer, the eye pencil,
Eyeliner.
maybe eyeliner, yeah, and then skin tint. The updated skin tint we found out will be available for the early access. Or if you enroll 4 new consultants with starter sets, you get early access. So after the convention, you'll have access to order it before it opens to customers so that you can try it and use it and help really sell your community. Or if you hit these sales goals, if you're in group 1, that means you're brand new and your highest lifetime rank is gold olive. You just need $1,000 in PV. A few slides back, we showed you how to do that. Black olive to silver olive star, you need 2,000 in PV. This is for the month of August. And then gold olive star and above, 5,000 in PV to get your Olive Rose early access. Just on a side note, Olive Rose will be, once they get through this sale and they sell out of their current stock, they're going to pull it from the website and you're not going to be able to order it until it opens back up for Olive Rose access. As of today, that is the notification that we got. So if there are colors,
Can you repeat that again?
yeah, so once Olive Rose runs out of the old formulation and the
Okay.
old bottles, they're going to pull from the website and it's not going to be available for purchase until Olive Rose launch. Until
Awesome.
convention.
Actually, fully supporting that.
Yes, me too. Here's the thing. Some of your colors may be the new formulation. So if you're an 8, I highly recommend not ordering an 8 because those colors are different. We know that for a fact. We've seen so many pictures of that. If
Sure
any of your
do.
customers have received Olive Rose and they are unhappy with the color, have them send it back. They're not going to have to pay the fee to send it back, but help them initiate that. If you need help, I am happy to help you get that taken care of so that we don't lose a customer for trying to get their color and HQ change the colors without much education on this. But before early access, we're going to get the color matching and we're going to get more education on this. Okay. So stay with it. Olive Rose, the skin tint, it's worth it. Just know that if you're purchasing Olive Rose right now, the colors may be off. It may be what you ordered. If you're unhappy with it, send it back, but just kind of, I'm putting out that warning. So I'm kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like I'm at the point where I need some Olive Rose. I don't know if I can wait for a convention. So I might order, might not, but just know that that's where we're at right now.
Exactly. I think as long as you know, I know I want someone else to find what the comparable actually is for shade 5.
I know shade 5. I actually don't even think they have shade 5 left.
I don't either.
It's the most popular color. So, which
Yeah,
is,
it's my favorite. I think it's the most applicable to the most
yeah.
people.
Well, and for me, I match perfectly with the old shade 8, which is really wild to me when I see that color. But I like shade 5 with a few drops of the shade 8, and it's like a perfect toning down
Little
the red
bronzer.
for me. Yeah. So, but all right, that's where we're at. If anybody has any questions, and we'll see.
No, but I just saw someone signed their first consultant, and that's so exciting to
Oh,
me
super
when I see
exciting.
that.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yes.
And next week, same time, 3 o'clock.
Yes, next week, same time, and Jen, we're gonna have to figure that out, because I'm hoping I'm not, well, I'm
I'll,
gonna be out of it. That's
yeah,
surgery day for me.
I'll send a Zoom link from my account so that I can,
Okay,
you don't have to do anything. And we wish Gretchen all the well wishes.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Let me stop this really quick.